The anniversary of Japan's surrender in 1945 has become a common day for right-wing activists in that country to protest its pacifist constitution and call for a greater sense of national pride. Now, while many Japanese people dismiss these ultranationalists as an extremist minority, their cause has become more and more popular in recent years. Our Tony Cheng has more from Tokyo.
White doves of peace, symbolically released at the Yasukuni Shrine. Part of the commemorations to mark the anniversary of the day Japan laid down its arms. But this day of remembrance has been hijacked in recent years. Right-wing groups keen to glorify an era of Japanese superiority and strength are a common sight. Dressed in paramilitary-style uniforms, they proudly fly the flag of the rising sun. They say they want a strong Japan with a military that's active at home and abroad. And while many Japanese dismiss them as extremists, their message of national pride has gained new support.
Recently, many Japanese people didn't care about our nation. So if more people started to care more about the nation, the economy would go up again.
They've also created a sharp political divide in Japan. At a meeting of left-wing anti-imperialists, a group of agitators screamed intimidating messages. Angry words only, but a forewarning of what was to come. And many people disturbed that the right-wing nationalists are allowed to operate unimpeded.
The people over there only represent a small fraction of society. However, the situation which allows them to do this must be stopped. Unless we can change that situation, Japan will not really be trusted abroad.
At the end of the conference, a march to protest the commemorations at Yasukuni. Heavy police numbers. They were expecting trouble. Along the route, screams of anger and hate. Before long, scuffles broke out, and the situation started to deteriorate.
Well, despite the large number of police who are trying to keep peace between these two sides, there's still right-wing supporters who are able to get through into the crowd of anti-imperialist marchers, and the peace and order here is breaking down very fast.
At one stage, a blockade of nationalist vans bellowed out a stark message: "We will kill the anti-imperialists." And they kept throwing themselves into the fray, taking on the marchers and the police. The barriers designed to keep the peace put under enormous strain.
Well, the marchers have been forced into this corner just about 100 meters below the Yasukuni Shrine, and there are right-wing supporters behind these barricades pushing very hard. The riot police are barely able to keep them back.
These are people whose beliefs are clearly extreme and on the margins of society. But there's no mistaking their confidence. The right is rising, and it's making its voice heard. Tony Cheng, CCTV, Tokyo.